scheduled for Friday night, July 4th at 8 o'clock. Monday night, the card looks this way. The exciting Buzz Sawyer will be joining us Monday night with a big bout against Chief Mark Youngblood. Ravishing Rick Rude will be on this exciting card going against Gentleman Chris Adams. We have an exciting six-man tag on the card as Steve Simpson will team with the new U.S. Express to go against the trio of the Assassin, Matt Bourne, and Killer Tim Brooks. The main events on Monday night's card are Kerry Von Erich versus the Great Kabuki, one of the good old showdowns again in the ring, and a new showdown. Blackjack Mulligan, the big guy, against Lance Von Erich. What about that will be? What a card it is. Monday night at 8 o'clock. Lots of reasons for you to be here. A great card, air-conditioned comfort, free parking, and those 4th of July tickets available. All right, I hear the crowd cheering as Buck Rock and Roll Zumhofe has arrived. There's Buck Zumhofe signing autographs to the youngsters. The jukebox brought to the ring as always. Joe Ranelli standing by for the introduction as soon as Zumhofe's opponent arrives here at the ring. Well, during our TV main event tonight, which comes up next and which features the U.S. Express, I say next after our next interview session, I want to talk with you a little, as I mentioned during the first bout, about the wrestling business in the 80s. How and why world class got to be and is where it is, on top of the highly competitive world of pro wrestling. Rick Hazard there with the box as Percy Pringle brings in his newest addition to what he calls the Pringle Dynasty, Blackjack Mulligan, a big, mean individual who no one is excited about facing. We know Buck Zumhofe, a wiry guy, will give it his all. As Percy Pringle has words with Joe Ranelli, I don't know about what. Let's go to Joe for the announcement.
This event, one fall, 15-minute time limit. Introducing first from Florida, 240 pounds. Welcome back, rock and roll, Buck Zumhofe. And his opponent this evening, Percy Pringle III, presents his pride and joy from Sweetwater, Texas, 332 pounds, Blackjack Mulligan. Rick Hazard, your referee.
All right, Percy Pringle has Blackjack Mulligan. There he is. Percy Pringle, being the very unusual individual that he is, has certainly come up with a couple of very different guys from him. In other words, they're different from him in Rick Rude and Blackjack Mulligan. Buck Zumhofe delivers his radio to the table, and we're ready to go. There's a big drive by Blackjack Mulligan. Zumhofe comes back, tries to back him off, and does so. Mulligan hit in the chest a couple of times, but turns around, bends Zumhofe over the top rope, and lets him have it. Zumhofe thrown, returns, keeps from going into the kick, locks up Blackjack Mulligan with the head. He's got to reach up there to get him, and Blackjack picks him up and drops him down. Gary Hart promises us that he'll get Abdullah the Butcher back if it's the last thing he does. Head in the turnbuckle. As I said, Missy Hyatt has been taken away from Texas. Her father, embarrassed and concerned about what was happening, he has hired a female hitress, a hit woman. Blackjack getting rough with Zumhofe back there. The hit woman is named Raven. We have a taped interview from her coming later tonight. Zumhofe back on the back there by the post. Blackjack Mulligan uses a claw, which I understand. There's Zumhofe again thrown into that post, which I understand is the closest thing to the Von Erich Iron Claw. It's very effective. There's Percy, and there's Zumhofe being slammed onto the table, and Blackjack picks up a chair and doesn't knock him over the head with it. He throws the chair at him. Didn't hit him with it, he threw it at him. There's Zumhofe out on the floor. I'm going to talk to Blackjack on his interview later about the claw and about that glove he wears. See it on that right hand? Find out what the meaning of that is. Zumhofe out on the floor. Here's Blackjack Mulligan wrapping that little restraining cord that goes around the ringside fans, around the neck of Zumhofe. He's got it twisted around the neck and lets him have a fist as he goes. Now then, under the ring, Bud Zumhofe has disappeared. There he comes on the other side now. There's the drop kick from behind. Mulligan doesn't know what hit him. Here's Zumhofe working him over. From the corner. Blackjack throws him off like a mosquito with a picnic, and delivers an elbow, and Zumhofe is down. Zumhofe, one of the fastest guys in the wrestling business. He really moves in that ring, but Blackjack may just be too forceful tonight for Zumhofe. Now he adjusts that glove. He uses this claw that is second best to the Von Erich Iron Claw, and that means it is rough. And there it is. Blackjack Mulligan in his claw as Percy Pringle just arrogantly beams to the crowd. Zumhofe down. One, two, three. This bout is over. Now the question is, can they get the claw off of Zumhofe? Percy Pringle interfering with Rick Hazard where he cannot help. Percy Pringle doing nothing to aid in getting that claw off.
And the winner of the match, Blackjack Mulligan.
Blackjack Mulligan a winner, but Buck Zumhofe continues to take punishment from Percy Pringle's new big man as Rick Hazard tries to reason with both of them. When Championship Sports continues, we'll be talking to the Von Erichs, Chris Adams, and